Hello and welcome to TTV News, broadcasted on TayNinhTV newspaper and radio television with some latest event in TayNinh province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of September 4, Chairman of the People's Committee of TayNinh province, Nguyễn Văn Úc, chaired some meeting to review the contents and preparations for organizing the conference on connecting import-export supply chains and e-commerce of TayNinh province 2025. Vice Chairman Nguyễn Hồng Thanh also attended the event.
According to the report from the Department of Industry and Trade at the meeting, more than 410 delegates have confirmed attendance, including 142 foreign enterprises from 25 countries and territories, 90 local businesses representatives from 5 major distribution systems, and 27 Vietnamese trade affairs support. Chairman Nguyễn Văn Úc emphasized that the conference is not only an opportunity to strengthen connections between the businesses and international markets, but also a chance to promote TayNinh's potential strength and investment environment. And therefore, the chairman highlighted the need to expand participating enterprises across many sectors, consider socialization plans to reduce the purchase spending, and be determined to organize a well-prepared, practical conference that leaves a strong impression on investors. The conference on connecting import-export supply chain and e-commerce of TayNinh province in 2025 will take place on September the 6th at the Thống Nhất Hall, the People's Committee of TayNinh, and the event will serve as a connecting among the trade promotion organization, e-commerce businesses, logistics distribution system, and associations inside and outside the province, and thereby expanding consumption markets, enhancing products value, and affirming TayNinh's roles in the international supply chain.
On the morning of September 4, the series of events including the 19th Ho Chi Minh City International Travel Expo 2025, the 2025 Export Forum, and the International Supply Chain Connection Program were officially kicked off at the Saigon Exhibition and Convention Center, Ho Chi Minh City. In his opening remarks, Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism Nguyễn Văn Hùng emphasized that the Ho Chi Minh City International Travel Expo is rapidly forming its national and regional brand, highlighting Vietnam's position on the international tourism map. According to the Minister, tourism is not just about arriving, but also about feeling and touching emotions. Every trip is a journey of discovery. This is also a key direction in Vietnam's sustainable tourism development strategy, aiming to create deep and lasting emotional value for visitors. Also, at the opening ceremony, Deputy Minister of Industry and Trade Phan Thị Thắng stated that for the first time, 3 major events are being held concurrently, creating a strong synergistic effect in promoting trade, investment, tourism. Specifically, the Export Forum and Supply Chain Connection Program are prestigious trade bridges, connecting over 400 Vietnamese enterprises with 300 purchasing delegations from 60 countries, opening opportunities for more than 12,000 products, ranging from agricultural goods to supporting industrial items to enter global value chains. Vice Chairman of Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Dũng emphasized that the simultaneous organization of the three events demonstrate the city's vision and commitment to supporting businesses, creating a favorable environment, promoting international cooperation, and affirming its role as the country's leading economic, financial, tourism megacity. The series of events is jointly organized by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the Ministry of Industry and Trade, and Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee, taking place from September to 6, 2025. This is a key activity in Vietnam's strategy to promote tourism, trade, and investment.
As neighboring localities, trade promotions and business connectivity activity between TayNinh and Ho Chi Minh City have been vibrant in recent times, contributing to promotion and consumption of local agricultural products and goods.
On the average, the two localities organize 5 to 10 networking events each year, helping TayNinh businesses promote their products and expand export markets. And currently, many TayNinh products are regularly available at major wholesale markets in Ho Chi Minh City, with the volumes reaching hundreds of tons each day. Additionally, the two branches have collaborated to build a staff full supply chain, granting certification to 10 production units in TayNinhTV, and these certified products are now being supplied to CurbMart, Spectrum supermarket chains, and many institutional kitchens. Moreover, the Tayning Department of Industry and Trade has actively connected provincial businesses with domestic and international partners through the Ho Chi Minh City Trade and Investment Promotion Center. As a result, 24 enterprises have partnered with the Central Retail Vietnam, and 30 businesses have joined the Alibaba e-commerce platform.
Ladies and gentlemen, with an approach that is close to and centered on the people, the Public Administrative Service Center of Vĩnh Thạnh Khmer Mil, TayNinhTV Province, has become a familiar destination where citizens not only have their document processed quickly, but also receive thorough guidance on how to use online public service. This marks an important shift in administrative reform at the grassroots level.
With just a few simple steps, scanning a QR code, Mr. Võ Văn Cọp can look up information on administrative procedures being handled at the Khmer Mil Public Service Center. This quick access to information helps him be more proactive in preparing documents, saving time on travel and waiting. When I came here, the staff gave me full instruction. I submitted my documents and was also supported by the leadership. Now the processing is faster. We don't have to go through the district level anymore, so the procedures are handled relatively quickly. Not only do the officials assess people directly at the center, they also actually help citizens install the VSSID app and submit documents online, gradually contributing to the digital transformation of grassroots public administration. Our Khmer Mil has a youth group that have people register accounts. Soon, our staff here will also support residents by entering their applications directly into the system. Over the past 2 months, the center has received more than 800 applications, with over 96% processed on time. Nearly 60% were completed ahead of schedule. The quality of service has also been positively evaluated, according to the TayNinhTV Provincial People's Committee Citizen and Business Satisfaction Index, with a score of 79.51, ranking 18 out of 96 Khmer Mil centers in the province. To serve the people better in the coming time, we will continue helping citizens and businesses understand how to submit public service applications online. We will also invest in improving our administrative facilities and equipment so people can conveniently come here and have their documents handled efficiently. Along with other public service centers across the province, Vĩnh Thạnh Khmer Mil Center is contributing to bringing public services closer to the people, demonstrating grassroots efforts in administrative reform with citizen satisfaction as the benchmark for service quality.
The audience, the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province, has just issued the 2025 Investment Promotion Program, featuring 16 key activities around 9 main areas. The program focuses on market research, database enhancements, investment environment promotion, business dialogue, and expanding international cooperation.
According to the plan, the province will regularly study investment trends and demands, prioritizing the attraction of projects in digital technology, supporting industries, green economy, high-tech sectors, and the semiconductor industry. Media and promotional activities will be intensified. Notably, the province will organize an investment environment promotion exhibition and launch online campaigns showcasing investment opportunities in industrial and economic zones. At the same time, multiple overseas investment promotion delegations will be organized, including missions to Japan, South Korea, Australia, and several European countries, with the goal of fostering cooperation and inviting major corporations to invest in the province's priority sectors.
In addition to attracting FDI, TayNinhTV has recently proven itself as the locality that excels in attracting domestic investment. Over the past 8 months, domestic capital invested in the province has reached more than 45.7 trillion Vietnamese đồng, realizing strong confidence from domestic enterprises in the province's investment environment.
Specifically, since the beginning of the year, TayNin has approved for 122 new projects with a total registered capital of nearly 27.4 trillion Vietnam dong, and growth has also come from expansion of existing projects, with 53 projects having increased their capital, adding nearly 18.4 trillion Vietnam dong to the total domestic investment capital. And these positive results have raised the total number of domestic investment projects in the province to over 3,080, with a total registered capital nearing 690 trillion Vietnam dong. And these impressive figures affirm the key role of domestic investment in the province's economic development and serve as evidence of TayNin's efforts to create a favorable and attractive business environment for domestic investors.
Ladies and gentlemen, for nearly 2 years since the implementation of Decision 22 by the Prime Minister, many former inmates in TayNin have been able to access referential loan to rebuild their life. This policy not only provides financial support but also serves as a vital lifeline for those who have made mistakes in the past.
Thanks to the human loan policy from Decision number 22, a new opportunity has opened up for this young man. With an 80 million dong loan, he was able to purchase materials and research to resume farming on 3.5 hectares of paddy land, with a preferential interest rate of only 6.6% per year. The funding has become a solid foundation for him to rebuild his life. External loans have interest rates that are too high. I couldn't afford them. Thanks to this loan, I now have the funds to support my children and family. Returning home empty-handed, this man has now found a new opportunity. With a 100 million dong loan from the Bank for Social Policies, he invested in equipment and revived his old profession. With his skills, he now earns a stable income of over 10 million dong per month, enough to cover living expenses and even save money. If it weren't for the Bank for Social Policies, my life would still be unstable. I have been stuck doing odd jobs and unable to expand my business. Thanks to this funding, I've been able to overcome past mistakes and focus on making an honest living. Including the cases mentioned above, the Bank for Social Policies Royal Branch in TayNin has disbursed loans under the Decision number 22 to over 30 individuals with a total outstanding debt of more than 1.8 billion Vietnam dong. This has helped dozens of former inmates gain the means to develop their livelihoods and reintegrate sustainably into society. After disbursement, the bank authorized mass organizations to inspect and supervise loan users within 30 days. In addition, we work with local associations and loan reps to visit borrowers' homes for inspections. So far, borrowers have complied well, not only paying interest, but also saving money to plan their repayments every 6 or 12 months. After nearly 2 years of implementing Decision number 22, TayNin province has seen about 300 individuals access loans with a total outstanding balance of more than 21 billion Vietnam dong. These figures are evidence of the reintegration journey for hundreds of people who once lost their way. And from here, this human-rated policy has become a bridge helping them reconnect with family and community. The People's Committee of TayNin Province has recently issued a plan to implement the National Target Program on New Rural Construction for 2025. The goal is to maintain and improve the quality of a job criteria, aiming for 67 out of 82 communes to meet the new rural standards by the end of the year, including 5 communes reaching the advanced level. According to the plan, the province will focus on key tasks such as developing synchronized socio-economic infrastructure, promoting agricultural restructuring in connection with processing industries, improving the quality of education, healthcare, culture, and the environment, and ensuring rural security and order. The province also targets an average rural income of over 66.5 million Vietnam dong per person per year, a multi-dimensional poverty rate below 0.5%, 83% and house insurance coverage exceeding 90%. The total funding for the program is expected to exceed 1,348 billion Vietnam dong, with more than 418 billion Vietnam dong from the central budget, over 539 billion Vietnam dong from the provincial budget, and the remainder mobilized from programs, projects, businesses, and local communities.
The Ho Chi Minh City International Travel Expo 2025 took place alongside the General Assembly of the Tourism Promotion Organization for Asia Pacific Cities in Ho Chi Minh City, and marking a major regional and international event in the tourism sector. As part of the program, the unique traditional cultural features of Vietnam were vividly displayed and introduced. At both events, organizers skillfully interpreted a still exhibition, creating the striking and engaging highlights that attracted the right interest from delegates. Here, the delegates not only admired the exquisite silk artworks, but also had the chance to personally experience dyeing the silk. I want to revive the art of painting on silk in Vietnam. Painting and dyeing silk, I hope to contribute to the restoration of a craft that has once incredibly magnificent in our country. At the exhibition points, the process of making Dong Ho folk paintings was also vividly recreated, and this not only helped the widely promote Vietnamese cultural values to international friends, but also demonstrated the efforts to preserve and spread traditional handicrafts in the flow of modern life.
During this year's National Day holiday on September 2nd, Mộc Châu National Tourist Area in Sơn La Province welcomed thousands of tourists coming to visit, experience, and relax. Visitors to Mộc Châu during this occasion were immersed in unique community cultural activities, reaching the identity of the local ethnic minorities. At various tourist spots, many cultural performances were held in open spaces, allowing tourists to directly participate and enjoy the experience. The stunning scenery of Mộc Châu Plateau has been twice recognized as one of the leading natural destinations in the world, attracting a large number of visitors. In addition, the preservation of valuable cultural traditions, combined with a harmonious blend of tradition and modernity, is expected to continue driving the sustainable development of Mộc Châu National Tourist Area in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, for many years now, teachers and students in the remote highland area of the river reservoir in Ngoi Hamlet, Mường Hoa Cam Ranh, Phú Thọ Province, have had to overcome both geographical challenges and harsh weather conditions to reach school.
Between 5:30 a.m. and 6 a.m. each day, more than 20,000 small motorboats formally appear through the morning mist, eagerly transporting the younger generation of Ngoi Hamlet to Ngoi Hoa Port, and from there the students continue by personal motorbike to reach the Ngoi Hoa Primary and Secondary School, and the boats and raft used to cross the river are still rudimentary and do not meet the safety standards. And during the period of heavy rain and strong wind, the pupils and students are forced to stay at home to ensure their safety. Every day I have to cross the river, and my parents always have to take me to school. I wish there were a bridge across the river so I couldn't have to travel by boat anymore. And since there is no boarding school system, many parents must spend the whole morning waiting for their children finish school in order to bring them home. On the days when the students have classes all day, the parents have to bring the lunch from home or buy food from nearby vendors to ensure that children stay healthy enough to continue learning. And according to a review by the education sector of the Mường Hoa commune, for the 2025 to 2026 academic year, the school will have more than 60 students and pupils from Ngoi Hamlet out of a total of 200 students and pupils at Ngoi Hoa Primary and Secondary School. The students must cross the river to get to school, which makes the studying very difficult, specifically on the storm days. And for this reason, the school does not encourage the students to attend class during the storm, but instead allows them to study at home. This, however, affects the overall quality of education, and therefore, the school helps the local authorities will organize supporting options for students. Mung Hoa Kamun has directed relevant departments to connect with the school to strengthen awareness campaign, urging the family in Ngong Hamlet to ensure the safe transportation for their children. On the river crossing must follow regulations such as wearing life jackets and only crossing in safe weather conditions. At the same time, the school is organizing training sessions to improve the students' skills in drowning prevention. As the new school year approaches, it is hoped that in the near future, the students in Ngoi Hamlet will be able to walk across a steady concrete bridge and turn in their dreams and aspirations to contribute to a prosperous and developed homeland into reality.
And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for your being with us and see you next time.